Thanks for that update, guys. It was interesting to listen to them as they heard those injury updates. You hear Amari Cooper, obviously that's a big deal, but Tyron Smith, hearing that one, got the biggest reaction out of this group. Teddy, when you look at this matchup today between the Chiefs and the Cowboys, which team do you think we will learn more about in this matchup?
I think it's the Dallas Cowboys because I have confidence in who the Chiefs are. I mean, the Cowboys have had a great year. Dak Prescott leading that offense. They are spectacular. But I just know, based on history, on who Patrick Mahomes is and who he can be, who Spags is as a defensive coordinator, and how they will bounce back and end up being there in the end. The Dallas Cowboys, to me, is still an unproven commodity. I think this is a great football team that'll be there. But, I mean, this is a team that, you know, the first game of the year, they played the NFC Super Bowl representative in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they lose. Now they get another chance to show what they can do against the AFC representative. I think it's a question that the Dallas Cowboys are saying, who are we really? All right, couldn't beat the Bucs, but now we got another chance. They have something to prove to themselves today, and I can't wait to see it.
I think the biggest thing is Kansas City, because Kansas City, they got to prove that they can hold on to the football against this Dallas defense that turns it over a bunch. I mean, you got Diggs, you got all those guys, and so they got to prove that. But the biggest hurdle to me, you mentioned Spags, all right? Well, the biggest hurdle to me is let's see them, you know, play defense against this Dallas Cowboy team. Now, look, they got great news when Amari Cooper can't play and Tyron Smith for sure. That's great news. But unfortunately, Dak Prescott's playing, Gallup's going to play, CeeDee Lamb's playing. So are the two-headed monster with Zeke Elliott and Pollard. So, to me, prove it today. I think they end up beating this football team. They just proved it that, you know what, watch out, AFC, that we are back.
I think it's more, to me, it's going to have to say more about the Dallas Cowboys. You're talking about what Amari Cooper, excuse me, what a guy like Amari Cooper means to this game, means to this team. Second in receiving yards, second in receptions, second in touchdown, behind a man like CeeDee Lamb. As a wide receiver, you hear me talk each week talking about my left hand and right hand, Batman and Robin. Well, guess what? Batman doesn't have Robin tonight. You know, CeeDee Lamb, the Dallas offense doesn't have a guy like Amari Cooper. As good as the Kansas City Chiefs was last week, being able to put up 5 touchdowns, and what have we been saying about the Dallas Cowboys all season? They can run the ball well, they can pass the ball well. Well, the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to turn things around. Coming off 5 touchdowns from Patrick Mahomes last week is going to be a must to see what type of offense the Dallas Cowboys are going to be on the road in a tough environment without their second leading receiver.
Yeah, I completely agree, and this is definitely the game of the weekend, no doubt about that. But coaches in the NFL, you guys all know this, they do a great job of making you feel like whatever the game is, it's the biggest game of the week. This is the biggest game of our season. Why? Because it's the next one. We're going 1-0 each week.
It's the players that believe it, though.
Players believe it, but there's one guy today that I don't think is buying into that, and that's Dak Prescott. Okay? Like, he gets to, for the very first time, play against Patrick Mahomes. And when you're a quarterback who wants to be in that upper echelon, the elite of the elite, is Dak Prescott elite? Of course he is. But there's like this other level of guys that we talk about, Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. Dak's not there yet.
Right.
And so could he be? Yeah. Would it go a long way for him to go out and completely outplay the Kansas City offense? So to me, this isn't just another game to Dak Prescott. This is different.
Agree.
Why isn't he there yet? Why do you, I mean, he's paid like
probably
he's there.
He doesn't
Is it
have
just
a
the
Super Bowl
narrative?
ring. I think it's the Super Bowl ring.
The
His bank account,
wins,
his bank account is there. Don't worry about that.
He's outplayed him this year, right?
And he's outplayed him this year, and they're on the better team this year. But still, as a quarterback, I know quarterbacks don't play against quarterbacks, but when you're going up against Patrick Mahomes for the first time, I'm sorry, this is not just another game.
Yeah, there could definitely be a narrative shift if he ends up going off in this one and Patrick struggles. More on this game later in the show, but for now, let's get to our opening kicks. What you're most excited to see today, Randy, kick us off.
Well,